In this video, I muse on films. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to this video where I talk about my love of film. I can't recall a time I didn't love film. Like most people, I grew up watching them on TV, the occasional trip to the cinema. The earliest one I remember is at the age of 7, I think it was, in 1982, if memory serves, going to see E.T. at the cinema. Our next door neighbours actually took me and my sister to see it. And it's gone down in infamy in the family because my sister actually cried during the Pepsi commercial beforehand rather than during the film. Continued the occasional cinema trip, but my real love of film developed when we got our first video recorder. It's one of the big old top-loading silver JVC jobbies, I believe it was JVC. And we used to take films off the telly to watch, and we were occasionally treated to a trip down to the video store to rent a film. As I got older, I used to pressurise my parents for money to do that in the school holidays more and more, especially because if memory serves, if you took them back the same day you rented them, you got them for half price. So we used to do that quite often, and soon watched most of the family-friendly films from them. That's when I first developed my love of the Bond films. Soon discovered that you could actually buy pre-recorded video cassettes so you could watch a film at home anytime you liked, and I started collecting them mainly through birthday and Christmas gifts or spending my birthday and Christmas money on them. As I got older and I had a bit more disposable income, my collection grew, and eventually come, I think it was 1994, I moved off of VHS, by which time I had about 300, I think, memory serves. I moved off VHS and invested in the newly developing DVD format, which obviously is still going strong. Over the years, I've collected lots and lots of DVDs. And then in the last few years, once the format war between Blu-ray and HD DVD was won by Blu-ray, I invested in a Blu-ray player, and where possible now will buy my films on Blu-ray. I've had a long time now, that didn't make sense, for a long time now I've had a surround sound set up in my room. Ooh, must be going on 20 years I've had that now. An early Pro-Logic system, and now a proper, as technology's developed, DTS 5.1 surround. But yes, I've now got a very large DVD and Blu-ray collection. Looking at the software where it's all catalogued, I have 4,129 discs that I've watched, and I've got another 79 in my to watch pile. That's not a 100% accurate figure because of the way the system catalogues them, box sets. It varies how they're set up, how they're counted. So sometimes a box set of 4 discs can count as just as 1 in the collection, or sometimes will count as 4. Similarly, if I've got a set where it's a Blu-ray and a DVD in the same package, sometimes they're counted as 2, whereas I would only count them as 1 in the collection. But probably taking all that into account, I've probably got about 3,500 DVDs and Blu-rays. Some of them are multiple copies of the same film, as I've upgraded from DVD to Blu-ray, or from normal editions to special editions, or both. And I don't tend to get rid of my duplicates. I have got rid of nearly all my VHS. I've got a few left that I haven't been able to upgrade. They haven't been released on DVD yet. I'm probably down to 20 or 30 of those. Never watch them, but I'm not going to chuck them until I replace them. Yes, so lots and lots of films. I like most types of film. Oh, and that collection is not just films, that's also TV and music and lots of comedy as well, which will be discussed on other videos. But yes, probably of those, say 3,500 titles, probably about 2,000 of films, be my rough guess. Yes, I like most types of films. The only films I don't really get westerns. I've like a few, but not many, and war films I'm not overly keen on. Again, there's some that I like, but don't tend to be the sort of films I would choose to buy. Otherwise, sci-fi, comedy, horror, dramas, thrillers, action, you name it, I like it. Animation, yes, lots and lots, huge varied selection. That's about it for this video. It's only a short one, just a sort of introduction to my love of film. In the future I'll be doing lots of film related videos. Probably the next film related video I do, whenever that may be, will be a top 10 films, and then in the future after that it will be rankings of film series, favourite actors, favourite actresses, directors, all sorts. See where it goes. Oh, what I didn't mention is that I rarely go to the cinema. Obviously, having so many DVDs and Blu-rays, you probably guess that is how I choose to watch films. The only time I tend to go to the cinema, new Bond film I will go and see on opening day on the first showing. Star Wars films I will always go and see at the cinema, although I don't rush out to see them immediately, because at the moment they're tending to be released in December. I'm not normally getting to see them until start of January, because I'm always busy with work, etc. through December. And Batman films I normally go and see at the cinema, although I didn't bother with Justice League, and in fact that came out on Blu-ray this week and I still haven't bothered getting it. I will do shortly, I'm sure. But yeah, other than that, I used to go and see the Harry Potters when they were going in the cinema, but not Fantastic Beasts. I've got that in my to-watch pile, I haven't seen that yet. But yes, that's about the only times I tend to go to the cinema. Yeah, that really is it this time, yes. So I will speak to you soon, hopefully. Probably be another merch video next. I've got some exciting stuff coming soon. If not, it'll be a general TV love of video similar to this. Yes, so if you've enjoyed this, like it, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.